Why is my truck a better deal than a $78 Tesla? Find out next. Hey guys, Paul Price here with Retire Rich with Real Estate, and today I want to talk to you about how I use real estate to pay for my brand new pickup truck. You know, I recently came across a video by Stephan who talks about how he bought a brand new Tesla, a $40,000 vehicle, and he only pays $78 a month. And he gets a few tax credits and some rebates, and how he works his magic to get his number down to $78 a month is pretty interesting. But I got to thinking, I'm doing the same thing with real estate and I'm paying nothing. And I'm going to tell you how. Here's what I did. A few months back in July, I went in and bought a brand new 2019 Chevrolet Silverado Z71 package. Nice truck. Went and purchased it. It was a $53,000 truck. I traded in my 2016 truck, and the difference was going to be $28,785. Now I could have taken that money out of my bank account and paid cash for that, and I would have had a zero payment. And that seems to most people that would say, well, that sounds like a great deal. If you got the cash, just pay for it and be done. But I have another choice. And my other choice is to take my cash that I have and invest it in real estate and let that real estate pay for my liability, which is my truck. So that's what I chose to do. My partner and I ran across a property in July. We ran across a triplex. This is a super deal we got on this property, and it's kind of a rare find. But we had a guy who was an older gentleman who had a triplex and he wanted to sell. He just was getting up in age and doesn't want to fool with managing and repairing and all the things that go along with managing a rental property. So he decided he wanted to sell the property, but he had a dilemma. He still needed a place to live. So we made a deal with him to purchase the property and allow him to stay and live in the property for a discounted rate. He pays us a minimal amount of rent every month for as long as he lives. And so what we did was worked out a deal. We pay only $43,000 for this triplex. Fantastic deal. Good for him, good for us. He gets to stay as long as he wants. We get to buy this property. And of course it needed a little bit of renovation. The two other units were vacant, and we had to go in and spend a little cash on it. We spent about $6,000 in repairs. When we got into the deal, we decided we would both put up $25,000 apiece, which would give us $50,000 to work with, and that would give us a budget to buy the property and do the repairs, which we were able to do within that budget. And roughly, like I said, those are rough numbers, $43,000 and $6,000 and some change, and it was right at a little bit less than $50,000 to total invested in it. We took us about a month to renovate the property and get the units rented to new tenants, and now it's producing an income of $1,300 a month gross. So we take that $1,300 and we have expenses like taxes and insurance and lawn care, and we actually have to pay the water bill. So all those things, you break those down and you divide those annual costs or monthly costs and you put them into what does it cost me every month, and it breaks down to about $141 a month in expenses that we have to pay. And then of course you always want to leave a little bit of room for, if you take the $1,300 and minus the $141 and some change, you end up with about $1,158 and some change. So we take that $158, let's say, and put that aside for incidentals, miscellaneous expenses and repairs and things like that might come up. That leaves us with $1,000 a month that we can have as a net profit on this property. So since this is a 50-50 partnership, that means I'm entitled to $500 and my partner gets $500 a month off this property. So I'm able to use that money to pay for my truck. My truck, I financed the truck because I wanted to use this money to invest in real estate. If I paid cash for the truck, I wouldn't have the money to invest in the real estate. So it was one or the other. Let me tell you how this deal works out when we run the numbers. I'm making $500 a month off this deal. You take 500, divide it by 25,000, that's 2% per month that I'm making. My interest rate on the loan that I have is 4.24% a year. So I'm making 2% per month, which is 24% per year. So roughly you can figure, I'm making about 20% a year net, pretty close to, on this deal. So I'm really coming out a whole lot better using my money on the real estate and buying an asset with my money instead of buying the liability with my money. So now I'm taking the money that's being thrown off by the asset and paying for the liability, which is my truck. This was just a super smart move and has worked out really, really well. So this is the power of using assets to buy liabilities. People will talk about you don't want to finance, you don't want to go in debt, and I understand that. You don't want to go into debt for a lot of things. But when your money is so cheap that you can use that money somewhere else and make more money on that money than you can save, then you're going to be able to offset that, just like I'm doing. So I'm spending 4.24% over here, but I'm making 24% over here. It's around 19, almost 20% spread on my money. That's incredible. You can't do that in the stock market. So understand, that's what I'm trying to do here, is teach people how to use these techniques to buy assets like real estate, which is going to appreciate in value, throw off cash and cash flow using the rentals. So what I decided to do on the truck, I financed the truck for 75 months. That was the longest they would finance it through the credit union at 4.24%. Anything after 60 months, it didn't matter, it was going to be 4.2%. So might as well take it out to as long as you can, because it makes the payment lower. My payment is only $437.57 for 75 months. Now, if I take that $500 that I'm making and put it towards the payment every month, I'm going to have a little bit of additional principal hitting my payment every month. It'll pay off in a little over 5 years. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I don't usually, I try to pay them off as quickly as I can. If I keep it 5 years, I may trade it in for something else. Who knows? But the point is, it's going to make my payment. And then once it's paid for, I'll still have the income coming in off the triplex every month. So I still have that $500 no matter what. And it's probably going to go up because the rents are going to go up, more than likely. So it's going to be a good deal all the way around for me. And that's what I'm trying to teach here, is how to use an asset to buy a liability. And this is how I'm paying $0 per month for my truck. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so you know when we release new videos. And if you'd like more information on real estate investing, go to retirerichwithrealestate.com. Until next time, I'm Paul Price, teaching you how to retire rich with real estate.